Hey everybody, what's going on? I am Jamie Dawn, your evolutionary revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your celestial wisdom for the week of July 31st through August 7th, leading into the Lionsgate portal on the 8th. Now, I mentioned this in a previous video about the Lionsgate portal, and that is a spiritual experience that is happening with the dog star Sirius. And so, what we may be experiencing as we lead into this day and even on this day is what's called ascension sickness, or this restructuring and retempering of our DNA, of our mindsets, of our spiritual nature, all of these things. And they can manifest in physical symptoms. So be gentle with yourself, drink lots of water, look what's happening in the world as well. It's a reflection. Remember, the planets don't make us do anything, but let's put it this way, it's a reflection. And we can feel some of the effects of it as well. And so this is just a reminder, a very gentle reminder that this week in particular, we're going to be in between the new and full moon. We have, again, the Lionsgate portal. All of this is going to affect us in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't always mean negative either. When we talk about ascension, it could be that we feel a little bit lighter, a little more in tune with our intuition. Maybe our dream state is really rich and fertile with symbols and dreams and premonitions. So let's just continue to integrate. If you need to take time out to retreat, then do so. Have conversations with those that you trust and feel safe with, and process. Give yourself time to process things. Okay, so let's start off the week here. We have Monday on August 1st. We have the Mars-Uranus North Node canoodling that's happening in the sign of Taurus. And this is sort of a big event in the sense of energy because it is squaring off with Saturn. So if you have fixed signs in your birth chart at 18 degrees, so your sun, moon, rising sign in particular are at fixed signs near 18 degrees. The orb, I would say, is about 6 to 8 degree orb. But especially if it's at exactly 18, you're going to feel this the strongest. Now, what it could be is that you get these sudden bursts of energy and passion and drive with Mars here, and your Uranus just unpredictably giving you this urge to go, I'm ready to get something done, and this is going to lead me towards my destiny, and let's get moving. But with that square with Saturn, there's rules and there's things that Saturn may say, hold on, we need to make sure that what you're about to do has some innovation to it, has some feeling that we're changing. Otherwise, we're repeating, and we're getting that definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So, also leading up to so Sunday into Monday, leading up to this time, that we could have this feeling of explosive liberation, but it can be tempered with learning new and innovative ways to handle old patterns. Also, rules are made to be broken. So we may be feeling that too. And if we're told you can't do this, we're going to go, forget it. I'm feeling restless. I'm with that Uranus there and Mars, and I need a place that I need to channel that energy into in a positive way, in a way that can provide a great service to humanity. Now, we can expect a little bit more civil unrest and outbreaks of protests, rioting, labor conflicts, things like that can also show up here. Again, look at Mother Earth. We're dealing with Taurus sign, physical, earthy. And so it's possible there could be volcanic eruptions and more flooding, and we're experiencing heat and record-breaking heat here in the US. There's all kinds of things that may also occur during this time. Now, we're looking for stability and control in the middle of chaos. And so it's learning how to integrate the two. They complement each other. Stability and chaos are complements. We're looking to put order into chaos at this time. Tuesday, Venus will trine the South Node and sextile the North Node. While this doesn't seem like a huge event, if you will, we're going to hopefully be feeling a settling happening, and relationships will pave the path towards fulfillment. And we can encounter relationships with people who help us move forward, but we actually have to choose to take advantage of these opportunities, learn the lessons in relationships. So Tuesday could be a lesson learning day in our relationships, doing things differently in our relationships and in our values. And most importantly, during this time, it's a chance to reevaluate what our values are and not compromise them. So we may be in a situation or a conversation that says, sorry, I'm not compromising this because it's too important to me. I won't have peace with myself. Also, we have, again, Venus in the sign of Cancer. Love is built over time and testing and forgiving the past here when we've got the South Node and North Node involved. Remember, South Node in Scorpio is letting go of the old wounding and being able to practice forgiveness. So if there is something from your past that you feel you need to forgive, or maybe someone from your past comes and says, I forgive you, or please forgive me, I feel like that's also a good time, a good day for us to use that energy. Wednesday, August 3rd, the moon will be in Libra and it will trine Aquarius. Balance, harmony, fairness, that's what we're looking for. We're looking at viewing things from all different sides, and it can help us have a lot easier view of our relationships and life through various perspectives. And remember, our perspective and our interpretation of reality is what shapes it. And so if we see the world or the universe as having our back, and that we can go out fearlessly and boldly into the world and express ourselves in a way that has a sense of independence, because there's a sextile here with Jupiter at a small point, and Jupiter's in the sign of Aries, independent and kind of wanting to do its own thing. So we may find ourselves really needing to express and communicate and connect with those that we care about, and helps us feel really good. Communication comes easiest when we're kind, when we're lighthearted. Moon in Libra doesn't really like crassness, and it definitely doesn't like conflict. And so this is a time where we can have some peacefulness too. Thursday, August 4th, Mercury will leave the sign of Leo and into the sign of Virgo. And Mercury in Virgo is the thinker who likes to use its hands, tinker around, get in the details, has a knack for solving practical problems. And Venus does have Virgo, the sign of Virgo, and with Mercury here, has a tendency to worry about the little things and can possibly go into analysis paralysis. So as Mercury transits through the sign for the next couple of weeks, we're going to probably be looking at things in a way that could create too much static, too much stuck thinking of the mind, if we start to worry and we get into fear, and then we do that freeze mode that can often happen. Thinking about ways we can be a greater service to others. We can also become a little more judgmental and a little more critical during this time. It has its value when we're trying to problem solve or we want to perfect something, but we have to be careful too that our communication and thought processes aren't full of negative self-talk or negative talk towards another that can tear them down and make them feel as though they're not worthy. This is a great placement again for problem solving. So if you have been wrestling around or maybe put something on the back burner that you were like, oh, I don't have the time and energy to think about it, now you can find that time and space to really carve that out and use the Mercury and Virgo time to start getting into those details and really find solutions. Friday, August 5th, we have the moon canoodling the South Node again and opposing Mars. And Venus will be in conjunct Saturn. And I bring this up just because we may have this little bit of an irritation or a need for some familiar things for us. Whenever there's pressure and irritation, we tend to go back into our past, the things that comfort us and the things that work for us. And with the moon in South Node canoodling in the sign of Scorpio, the moon is in its fall position here. It does create an energy that may have us triggered to go into our old patterns. And it has an energy where we need to be able to retreat, maybe withdraw for just a little bit. Now, also, this is a very powerful time and a day that you can use to go deep into a subject matter, get underneath the surface, figure out what's the cause of these old patterns, and then can I do it differently? Saturday and Sunday are weekend ahead. Actually is fairly quiet in the planetary sense. Now we're being set up, as I mentioned, for a full moon that's coming in the following week, and I'll talk about that in my next video. and of course the Lionsgate portal. So use this weekend as a chance to just integrate all your experiences, have some lighthearted fun, get out and socialize. I know a lot of people are preparing for going back to school, and so this is a time where you can just maybe integrate what has been happening for you, reflect on the last few months throughout this summer, and just see where things feel really strong and you can continue to strengthen. If there's any areas in your life that you want to develop. And most importantly, we've got the moon in fun loving, adventurous sign of Sagittarius this weekend. And it's going to make this beautiful trine to the sun in Leo. And this is going to be one of those lighthearted, gregarious, social, lucky, and, opportunities may show up suddenly during this time as well, just feeling that intuitively. So take advantage of that, share your love, share your wisdom with those that you care about. And most importantly, don't take yourself too seriously. Any of us, because we're all just perfectly imperfect humans. All right, you guys, I really hope this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, come find me at jamiedawn.com. And I look forward to connecting with you. Have such a great week.